Welcome to ABC 31 News tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Another initiative is in place to fight the rising opioid epidemic in Louisiana. That is our big story tonight. Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry joined the Rapides Parish and Grand Parish sheriffs today for a press conference to announce the placement of a drug take-back box at the Rapides Parish Courthouse. Landry is working toward providing these boxes in every parish throughout the state for residents to have a safe and secure place to drop off their unused or expired prescription medications.
This project urges residents to do some, well, we're almost getting into winter now, to do some fall cleaning of their medicine cabinets, right? And then we want them to continuously do this cleaning. So when you're going to do your spring cleaning in May, we want you to think about these boxes that are going to be put out and scattered out throughout the state, whether they're opioids or not, and take them out of those cabinets. They're not using them, then let's properly dispose of it. And this is a way they can securely dispose of that medication.
The box has already been placed in Grand Parish, and Sheriff Stephen McCain says it's used almost daily. The initiative is a partnership effort with Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana and the National Association of Drug Diversion Investigators. The drug take-back box will be located on the 3rd floor of the Rapides Parish Courthouse near the back elevator. You can visit endtheepidemicla.org to learn more about this initiative. Bill Stiles, the Louisiana Chief Deputy Attorney General, joined the Rotary Club of Alexandria today as a guest speaker. He touched on current issues that are being advanced by the Attorney General.
We have a lot of public corruption cases we're working on. We got the opioid epidemic that we've been fighting actively. We've been involved in a 42-state, multi-state investigation where we're investigating currently the major opioid manufacturers. We think that there's some responsibility by the manufacturers that we're going to try and recoup some of the funds that the state of Louisiana has paid through its Medicaid fraud program, law enforcement, and all of the burdens that the opioid epidemic has placed on the state taxpayers.
Stiles is a veteran prosecutor with more than a decade of experience. A Fort Polk soldier died in a car crash with a fellow 10th Mountain Division colleague. He's been identified as 22-year-old specialist William Rhodes of West Virginia. The two men were involved in a single vehicle crash last Thursday. Rhodes was an infantry rifleman who had been in the Army since October of 2015. The Alexandria Zoning Board cast a unanimous vote against a proposed Dollar General store on Masonic Drive. This now sets up the property to be purchased or expropriated to be used as extra parking for the zoo, Brainhurst Golf Course, City Park, and some nearby ball fields. Some city council members, who are in the minority, have previously argued the store is needed, but the administration says it doesn't fit with the planning for that corridor. The Rapides Parish School Board held its annual Teacher and Principal of the Year event. Last night, nominees were recognized by their school level: elementary, middle and junior high school, and high school. This year's recipients for the Teacher of the Year include Emily Blaney, Michelle Landry, and Carly Norman. Principals of the Year include Rena Lindsay, Dennis Stewart, and Matt Burns. Congratulations to all of them. This morning, Central Louisiana Technical Community College was awarded $4 million in grants from the Rapides Foundation and the state for some manufacturing training programs. The grants will be used to expand and enhance the quality of the college and its programs. Every student and professor is expected to benefit from the grants.
We want to help people in Central Louisiana earn higher incomes, and we recognize that healthcare and manufacturing are the highest wage-paying sectors of the economy. So with this grant, the community college is tasked with technical training. So we went to them and offered this $2 million grant, which they are matching with another $2 million to expand their technical training programs across Central Louisiana.
CLTCC plans to rename its current manufacturing training center, which will eventually be relocated to downtown as part of the new Alexandria main campus. Some big changes are coming to our weather. You'll actually want to break out your winter coat for this. Meteorologist Ross Whitley is here with a first look at our forecast.
Yeah, some really cold temperatures moving in. Cold front already gone through, and it brought with it a heavy round of rain with that cold front. We got to 74 before it passed through. 53 last night. Where we should be is 63 and 50. We're going to be well below that as we go over the next several days. We picked up nearly 1/4 inch of rain at the airport, but we do have more rain on the way. Unfortunately, a chilly, nasty, raw day in the forecast for tomorrow. Really don't have any more adjectives to describe just how not you want to be outside. That wasn't even English, but there you go. That's what you're looking for tomorrow. I'll be talking about when the weather might improve and how long this cold air is going to last coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Ross. The LSUA Generals basketball team has given back to the community this holiday season. They've partnered with the Children's Miracle Network with a goal of donating $1 per assist during the current basketball season. They're calling it Miracle Assist.
Each year we pick a different charitable organization, and this year it's one that just so happened to be that I wanted to give to help out the young kids in the community of Central Louisiana, to give back to those that may not be as fortunate as some of us are. So if we have 573 assists on the season, we'll match $1 for every assist, and we encourage community members to step up and do the same, whether it be a nickel, a dime, a quarter an assist. We'd love for you to partner with us. We just want to give back and teach our players the importance of giving, and they're a part of this as well.
The Generals average 450 assists each year. If you'd like to assist the Generals in donating to the Children's Miracle Network, you can contact the Christus Cabrini Foundation. The Alexandria Mall presents Let's Go Shopping, which meant more than buying. The mall is in the spirit of giving. Shoppers will be able to randomly win gift cards and holiday prizes while they're shopping throughout the mall.
All right, so Alexandria Mall is thrilled to have the opportunity to award some shoppers with gift cards this holiday season. There are a few ways that you can enter our Let's Go Shopping program by going to our Alexandria Mall Facebook page or Instagram, and also just by coming and shopping the center.
Mall is working to create a family-friendly environment by offering a variety of festive activities throughout the season. For more information on the mall's events, you can visit their Facebook page. The Arts Council of Central Louisiana has its annual A-Town Jazz Concert coming up this month.
It's at the home of Jim and Frances Hurst. They have a loft home, a very neat, very modern, very unique loft home. And this is a very popular event, and we're bringing back an artist we've had here before, Tiffany Pollock. She's actually a new band that she's formed, and she'll be performing with. It's Tiffany Pollock and Company, and the music genre, jazz, 40s to the 60s period.
A-Town Jazz will take place this Friday. Excuse me. You can purchase pre-sale tickets by visiting the Arts Council of Central Louisiana website. Well, we are less than 2 weeks away from the Sounds of the Season series. Local schools ranging from elementary to high school bands, choirs, and orchestras will all showcase sweet sounds of holiday cheer. Be sure to tune in on the 18th of this month, right after our newscast. With the holidays here, many people will have a house full of hungry guests. To keep those holidays joyful and merry, make sure that food safety is a big part of your menu planning. LSU Ag Center correspondent Craig Gotro has some highlights to keep the kitchen safe.
Big meals with family and friends are often the focus during the holiday season. But cooking for large groups is not an everyday occurrence for most, and for some, it can lead to stress.
When you are stressed, sometimes the food safety is not the first thing you think about, but actually it's very important, especially when you cook for large groups. That actually should be the top thing you think about.
Zhu says there are 4 main principles to follow to ensure that foods are prepared safely: clean, cook, chill, and separate.
Clean means you have to clean the countertop, utensils, and of course your hands. Chill means you have to put your leftover away in the refrigerator within 2 hours. Don't wait until after dessert. And cook, especially for turkey, have to cook the turkey to 165 degrees. Separate means you have to separate the raw food from ready-to-eat food to prevent cross-contamination.
An essential tool that many people have but rarely use is a meat thermometer. Zhu says thermometers are the only way to tell foods are cooked to a safe temperature.
Some people say they can look at the appearance of the food or just use a timer, but in fact the temperature is the only indicator to see if our food is cooked to the right temperature.
Be aware that some guests may have food allergies and some foods pose a greater risk.
Some foods like eggnog during holidays, and when you bake cookies, do not let your kids lick the batter or let them eat the raw cookie dough. And pregnant women, of course, need to watch out the raw eggs.
Zhu says if you are visiting family and friends for the holidays, meat thermometers can be an excellent thank you gift. With the LSU Ag Center, this is Craig Gotro reporting.
And for those in charge of preparing holiday meals, the safe minimum cooking temperature for most beef, pork, and lamb dishes is 160 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 165 degrees for poultry dishes.
Enjoy a trolley ride to beautifully decorated homes in the Garden District Holiday Tour of Homes. It's December 16th in the historic heart of Alexandria. Listen to the sweet Christmas sounds of bagpipes and dulcimers and watch interpretations of Dickens' classic A Christmas Carol, December 20th at the Bulow State Historic Site. December 16th at the Alexandria Mall, Sunburst Beauty will host the Miss Merry Christmas Beauty Pageant. All ages up to 27 years old are invited to compete. Every contestant receives a tiara and a trophy. The Alexandria Zoo presents a holiday light safari like no other, with wild animal-themed light displays, train rides, Santa, activities for children, a bonfire, photo ops, and much more.
Well, it's much colder out there now than it was earlier today, and you could say that's true just about every day, but 50 out there currently. Our dew point sitting at 40. That's likely where we're dropping to tonight. We'll probably have the mist, the drizzle, and some fog around early in the morning. The winds picked up out of the northeast at 8 miles per hour now, as opposed to the southwest, what we had today, bringing in those warmer temperatures after that cold front came through. Well, it's all downhill from here as far as our temperatures go. Looking at the radar and satellite, quite active still. Cold front now pushing down through New Orleans, but you can see showers building back off to our west. The cloud cover plenty across the area, even back into central Texas. And the cold front is actually well off to our north still. If we look at our surface map here, be able to tell exactly where it is. Now, the rain extent of the cold front now pushing through, and you can tell that the cooler temperature is pushing through as well. But where the lift on the front is still off to our north, just between here in Louisiana and Arkansas, and on the back side of that, there's a weak disturbance that is developing in New Mexico. It will travel along that front tomorrow. The northern part of this front will continue to push south, so rain will extend basically across that front throughout the day tomorrow, meaning we'll still have showers. But you can see all of the cold air across the country. Really, most of the lower 48 is pretty chilly right now, with the exception of the extreme southeast. That's the only area where the temperatures are relatively warm, and another big cold shot coming. You can pick it out here where the darker blues are. That is some nasty cold air that'll be moving southward over the next 24 hours. What to expect tomorrow? Well, much colder than today. Temperatures only getting up to about 46. Rain off and on throughout the day. Then as we head into Thursday, not much improvement other than we won't have rain. It'll still be mostly cloudy and cold. As we go into Friday, we finally get the sun out there, but it's still going to be rather chilly. Those temperatures not improving much. Cold front moves to the south tomorrow, extends across those Gulf Coast states, and you can see it here. We're dealing with those off and on rain showers with that disturbance pulsing along that cold front, and even enough cold air back in southwest Texas where there is a little bit of elevation that they'll be seeing a rain-snow mix. The higher elevations in Mexico will be getting their first accumulating snowfall, so it's weird to think southwest Texas and snow, but that's exactly what we'll be seeing tomorrow. Big dip in the jet stream keeps the cold air around as we go into the end of the week, and of course our overnight lows tonight around 40 degrees, chilly, rain out there as we go into the day tomorrow. More of the same, 60%, only getting to 46. As we look at our extended forecast, colder temperatures hanging around, overnight lows down in the 20s some night. We do rebound as we go into next week, back into the 60s, but more cold air is on the way. That's a look at your 7-day and your weather forecast. Scott?
Thanks for watching, and have a great night.
KLAX TV presents Sounds of the Holiday Season, showcasing children right here in central Louisiana. Join us all week for choirs and bands from area schools as they share the spirit of Christmas. Don't miss Sounds of the Holiday Season. Brought to you in part by First Federal Bank, Barksdale Federal Credit Union, Christus St. Francis Cabrini Hospital, Window World, and Ace Hardware in Gina.